So, way back when I first started to do penetration testing, I read many books so that I could know and keep up with all of the different trends. I mean, back when the earth was cooling in those days, I didn't have Udemy. And, well, no, okay, so I'm actually not that old. We actually did have internet, but that's beside the point. So, I saw most of them classified as penetration testing with a different number of types. Some say 3, others say 5, and another one says something completely different. So this is not actually that important if you know what to do and you have experience. That's what I'm here for. But for a beginner, it could be confusing. So let me just give it to you straight. The reason for all the different numbers of all the different kinds and ways to do these things is different people's point of view, right? Some authors make this classification by assets in the network. Some make it by the place where you are in the network. And everybody has their own point of view. However, I will make it according to your point of view. For me, the penetration tester. You get it? So whatever you see here is according to the penetration tester's point of view. You or me. So actually, there's 2 specific types of approach: overt penetration testing and covert penetration testing. Now, both are complete opposites. In overt testing, you will work closely with the organization to identify potential security threats, and then the IT team helps you while you interact with the system. With that, you will have access to insider knowledge, and you can launch attacks without fear of being blocked. When organizations don't have the time, an overt test may be the best option. Now, unlike overt, this time in a covert test environment, you are not provided any knowledge up front about the system, or maybe you have particular information for what you're going to be testing. With covert testing, organizations might evaluate their internal security team's ability to respond and might identify their detection and response operations. Covert testing is designed to simulate the actions of an attacker that relies heavily on reconnaissance. So these types of tests can be costly and time-consuming to the organization. Why, you ask, if nobody knows you're doing it? Because they require more skills than overt tests. Now, I have been mostly in the covert scenario and operations, and that's often preferred by clients because you're pretty much simulating a true attack. Therefore, as a covert tester, you will typically attempt to find the vulnerabilities in a target, but will simply attempt to find the easiest way to gain access to a system without detection. One more thing. In a real-life penetration test, you don't classify the test. You and your client just define the scope, and then the test starts. So the scope is key here, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be all or nothing, one side or the other. Your test may actually lean closer to being covert, or it might be closer to overt, but it depends upon the client.